All right, so you've got a killer portfolio, right? Your lines are clean and your color pops. But in today's world, that's not enough, is it?
Not at all. You need clients finding you online.
Exactly, and that's where this deep dive comes in.
We're looking at how Sacred Heart Tattoo Collective in Cookeville, Tennessee,
Cookeville, Tennessee.
yeah, are inking their way to the top of the search results.
And holding that pop spot.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is they're a relatively new shop, yet they've snagged that top spot for tattoo shops in Cookeville, Tennessee searches,
Wow.
surpassing even like established names like Roustabout Tattoo and Piercing. It's like they opened up shop right on the busiest corner of Tattoo Alley, and everyone's noticing.
That's a great analogy, and we're not just talking about some happy accident here. They've got a strategic approach to their online presence, which is something every tattoo artist and shop owner can learn from.
Absolutely. They've clearly got a solid grasp of SEO fundamentals.
Okay.
Their website is like a well-executed full sleeve with all the right elements in place.
So let's break down this masterpiece. Where do they start?
The keywords are their foundation. They're strategically using terms like tattoo, tattoo artist, body piercing, and of course, Cookeville, Tennessee.
Makes sense.
Yeah, think of these keywords as like the stencil guiding their online visibility.
So they're not just randomly throwing words around. They're using specific terms that potential clients are actually searching for?
Exactly, and they're not just slapping these keywords anywhere either.
Right.
They're using them thoughtfully in their website, copy page titles, and even those behind-the-scenes elements like meta descriptions.
Hold up. Let's rewind for a second. Meta, what now? For those of us who might not be fluent in SEO speak, break that down for us.
Okay, so think of the meta description as that little blurb under the website title in the search results. It's your chance to give a sneak peek of what your shop is all about, enticing those potential clients to click through.
Gotcha. So it's like the flash art you display in your window.
Precisely.
Yeah, drawing people in.
And Favorite Heart has nailed it. Their meta description reads, Sacred Heart Tattoo Collective in Cookeville, Tennessee boasts an unparalleled trio of tattoo artists, each a maestro in their own right, making it unequivocally the premier destination for ink in Middle Tennessee.
Okay, that's pretty bold. But hey, confidence is key, right?
Absolutely. And notice how they're not just saying they're good. They're using strong, evocative language to highlight what sets them apart, each artist a maestro that's painting a picture, not just listing skills.
Makes sense. It's not enough to just have a website. It's got to have some personality, some style, just like your tattoos.
And speaking of style, their website design itself is another win. It's clean, modern, and most importantly, it's likely mobile-friendly, with more and more people searching for tattoo shops on their phones.
Right.
Having a website that looks good and functions well on a smaller screen is crucial.
It's like making sure your designs translate well on any canvas, big or small.
Exactly. You don't want your work getting distorted.
For sure.
And then there's social media. Sacred Heart is actively using platforms like Instagram and Facebook to showcase their work, engage with potential clients, and build a community around their brand.
So it's like they're using social media as their digital guest spot, showing off their skills to a wider audience.
That's a great analogy, and they're not just posting random pictures. They're curating their feed to tell a story, showcasing their unique style and personality. It's like flipping through a well-designed portfolio, each post showcasing their best work.
Okay, so we've covered keywords, meta descriptions, website design, social media. It sounds like Sacred Heart has covered all their bases, but what about their competitors? How do they stack up in this digital landscape?
Well, let's start with Roustabout Tattoo and Piercing. They're a well-established shop in Cookeville with a loyal clientele and a decent online presence. They've got a website, they're active on social media, but their strategy might not be as fine-tuned as Sacred Heart's.
So they're like the veteran artist who's got the skills but hasn't quite embraced the digital world fully.
That's a good way to put it. Their website, while functional, could use some optimization. It's like having a solid outline, but missing those bold, intricate details that really make it pop.
And what about their social media game?
They're present, but they could be doing more to engage with their audience. Think of social media as your convention booth. You're not just there to show off your flash. You're there to connect with people, answer questions, and build relationships.
So they're missing out on those valuable connections, those digital handshakes that can lead to new clients.
Exactly. And then there's True Love Tattoo. This is where it gets interesting and a bit cautionary.
Oh, what's going on with them?
Well, it seems their website is completely down. It's like they've packed up their shop and disappeared from the digital map.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt, especially in today's world where everyone's searching online.
It's a huge missed opportunity, and it highlights a crucial point. Even if you've built a solid reputation offline, neglecting your online presence can be detrimental. It's like having an award-winning tattoo that no one ever gets to see.
So it's not enough to just be good. You got to be visible. You got to make sure people can find you.
Precisely. And this is where a good SEO strategy comes in. It's about making sure your shop shows up when potential clients are searching for what you offer.
So what can other shops learn from these examples, both the successes and the missteps?
Well, first and foremost, don't underestimate the power of a strong online presence. It's not just a trend, it's the way business is done these days.
It's like the evolution of the industry. You got to adapt to the times, keep your tools sharp, and embrace new techniques.
Exactly. Invest time in learning about SEO, or even better, hire an expert who can guide you. Think of them as your digital apprentice, helping you master the art of online visibility.
And this isn't just a one-time thing, right? It's not like getting a tattoo and calling it a day.
Absolutely not. SEO is an ongoing process. You got to keep updating your website, refreshing your content, and engaging with your audience. It's like a tattoo. It needs regular touch-ups to stay vibrant and fresh.
Okay, so let's break it down for our listener who's running their own tattoo shop. What are some key takeaways they can apply to their own business?
First, identify your niche. What makes your shop unique? What styles do you specialize in? Use those insights to guide your keyword research.
So think about the specific terms potential clients would use to find a shop like yours.
Right, and then make sure those keywords are strategically placed throughout your website, from the page titles to the image descriptions.
It's like weaving those keywords into the fabric of your online presence.
Exactly. Next, optimize your website for mobile devices. Make sure it loads quickly, is easy to navigate, and looks good on a smaller screen.
Don't make people pinch and zoom just to see your portfolio.
Right, and then there's social media. Choose the platforms where your target audience hangs out and create engaging content that showcases your work, your personality, and your brand.
It's not just about posting pictures. It's about telling your story, connecting with your audience, and building your community.
Exactly. And don't forget about local SEO. Make sure your shop's name, address, and phone number are consistent across all your online platforms.
It's like making sure your shop's address is tattooed in bold, right on the map of the internet.
That's a great way to put it. And finally, remember that SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and consistency to see results.
You're saying it's like building a solid reputation. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to put in the work, stay dedicated, and keep refining your craft.
That's a great way to look at it. And just like you wouldn't let your tattoo skills get rusty, you can't let your online presence fade away. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep pushing yourself to stand out in the digital crowd.
It's like mastering a new technique, always looking for ways to improve and evolve.
And remember, you don't have to go it alone. There are resources and communities out there to help you along the way.
Speaking of resources, you mentioned that there's an event happening soon that's perfect for anyone wanting to level up their digital marketing game.
Absolutely. The Social Media Masterminds Overton County event is a fantastic opportunity to learn from experts, network with other businesses, and discover the latest trends and strategies.
So it's like a convention, but for all things digital marketing.
Exactly. You'll get insights on everything from social media marketing to SEO content creation and more.
Sounds like a must-attend event for any tattoo artist or shop owner looking to dominate the digital world.
I couldn't agree more. It's a valuable investment in your business and your future.
Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the Cookeville tattoo scene and the importance of a killer online presence. We've seen how Secret Heart Tattoo Collective had inked their way to the top with their strategic use of SEO.
Right.
Well, True Love Tattoo unfortunately demonstrates what happens when you neglect the digital world.
It's a stark reminder that in today's world, a strong online presence is no longer optional. It's essential.
So as you're sketching out your business plans, don't forget about your digital storefront.
Invest in your SEO, keep your website fresh, engage with your community online, and never stop learning.
Think of it as adding another layer of artistry to your business.
And remember, you have the power to create a masterpiece online.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and remember, keep that ink flowing both on skin and online.